Here are a couple of tweets that I think kind of show the spectrum of reaction. We've got one. This is from the Concerned Student 1950. The past week, I believe they were given an image award. They're thanking the NAACP. It means so much to be recognized. The fight isn't over. The movement continues. And then you've got another gentleman named Martin talking about how Melissa Click, obviously the professor who's been in the news a lot, calling for muscle to get student journalists away from protesting students, is Melissa Click, and the spoiled Concerned Student 1950 kids should get mandatory classes in respect and good manners. That's a wide range of reaction. Are things, Dudley mentioned the 1960s. Are there parallels? Is this totally different? Give us the outsider's perspective.
Well, I think, firstly, I would say I'm an alumnus of Mizzou as well, and so I care very much for the institution, and some of the best memories of my life took place in Columbia. I think there are some parallels. I think one of the things we forget is things happen in context and in moments. So in the 1960s, he mentioned the Vietnam War, but you also got to remember that this was a high time for the civil rights and black power movement, and so this meant something to students who were able to attend colleges and universities. At this moment, I'd say in 1969, you know, with the zeitgeist being what it was, some scholars call it the apex of black student activism. At this moment, with the Black Lives Matter movement ongoing, this is all part of what happens on these campuses. So 76 campuses have a list of demands concerning how they feel institutions are treating them and how they feel on campus. I think it's an important thing to remember that for as uncomfortable as people outside of the university are, you can only imagine the discomfort for some of these African American students on campus. And I think that that's important because what we're speaking to, he had mentioned Michael Sams. We value that particular black body quite a bit in terms of making money for the university and tackling people and that sort of thing. But how much do we value black bodies that aren't tackling anybody or dunking a ball or things like that? And I think that this is the point that some of these students are trying to make.
One point along those lines that I want to bring in, Shine Big is a tool, a multimedia tool we use to bring in reaction from the community. Let's hear from one gentleman who sent us a video.
An important takeaway from the lessons here last fall for those of us who experienced the substantial progress in the 1960s civil rights movement is to realize the work's not finished.